people, thank you so much for being here. Woo! The first ever Colorado Men and Families March. One way or another, we're going to get this state to care about fathers and families. So, anyway, I just am really blessed to have you here, blessed with the beautiful sun-shining day, and hopefully y'all can understand my Alabama accent. But for those of you who haven't met already, my name is Carl Roberts. I'm the founder of Colorado Resilience. Biggest crowd I've ever spoken to. But like most advocates, I'm here because of my own lived experience with Colorado courts. The systems that extort fathers, destroy mothers, exploit families, and harm the children that they claim to protect. Today isn't just a rally. This is a reckoning. We stand here not as right or left, not as mother or father, but as parents, grandparents, neighbors, citizens united for one truth. When families are torn apart by the very systems meant to protect them, we all lose. Our children, our families, our communities. Colorado is arguably the most anti-father, anti-family state in the Union. And yes, those same systems destroy many good, loving mothers as well. Colorado didn't reach this crisis overnight or on its own. 4 policies played a major role in getting us here. First was no-fault divorce. What sounded reasonable instead made marriage disposable. It made divorce big business, and it set the stage for winner take all. Normalized divorcing for money and allow people to lie, cheat, and steal to get it. Either way, the lawyers got paid, and children were put in the middle as prizes, pawns, and weapons. Then came Title 4D, the child support. It placed a price tag on your kids' heads. Child support was inflated. It was inflated far beyond the cost of raising the child. It gave a huge financial incentive to push the father away. It rewarded conflict and punished co-parenting. The number of fatherless children skyrocketed at the time. Next came the so-called best interest of the child. It's not a standard, it's a legal scam. It gave judges, custody evaluators, CPS agents broad, unchecked discretion with no accountability, and denied parents their due process. The systems used this false banner of child protection to bleed families dry. And then came VAWA, the Violence Against Women's Act, sold as a protection but built on ideology. VAWA ignores half of all victims of domestic violence, promotes false allegations, and funds an industry that thrives on falsely portraying men as abusers and women as victims as they push fathers away. And VAWA didn't just distort a policy. It reshaped public perception. It helped create the culture we live in today, where men face an enormous empathy gap. And that empathy gap hurts everyone, men, women, and children. It's destroying our families, our communities, and our country in more ways than most can possibly imagine. Men live 5 years shorter. Men lead in 13 of 15 major causes of death. There are 7 federal offices for women's health, and not a single one for men. Boys trail girls in nearly every subject and grade, drop out of high school more, and earn 19% fewer college degrees. Still, we got Pell Grants that are given to girls 2 to 1 boys. Men account for 93% of workplace deaths, 76% of the homelessness, 78% of homicide victims. Suicide rates for men are 4 times higher. For divorced fathers, it's 8 to 10 times higher. Why? Because fathers are 8 to 10 times more likely to be pushed out of their child's lives. When women were disadvantaged, society rightfully mobilized. We moved heaven and earth to solve those problems. But as men suffer today, there's silence and blame. No initiatives, no funding, no programs. We're told that we are the problem. blamed for the patriarchy, labeled as toxic, and treated as disposable. Nowhere are more lies told about men than in domestic violence. For decades, the false narrative has been driven by ideology, not evidence. The research shows half of all domestic violence is mutual, and women initiate 70% of it. Think Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. 35% of domestic violence is female on male, twice that of what is male on female. And only 15% is male on female, with a third of that is severe. Yet it is that 5% that the entire DV industry is built upon. It's a perpetual lie that keeps on destroying families and lives in the process. Why? Because of my ideology. One moment. Even in partner homicides, we only hear about the female victims. 1 in 3 victims are men. And many of the men who kill, they kill in self-defense or after years of abuse and provocation. When a woman kills, it's called survival. When a man breaks, it's called murder. The domestic violence lobby is the most powerful force fighting against shared parenting. Well-funded, deeply ideological, they protect one weapon above all else: false allegations and the silver bullet. They hit record, try to provoke him, and whether he reacts or not, call the police and cry abuse. Then walk into court and walk out with a restraining order in minutes. No evidence, no witness, no scrutiny, no problem. A single accusation removes the father from his home, his children, and his future. She gets the leverage, the kids, the house, and the money. He gets every other weekend in an apartment he cannot afford. This is not a failure, it is a business model. The DV lobbyist, the domestic violence lobbyist, tells the lawmakers, women are victims, men are abusers, cross us and you'll lose your seat. That's why Colorado keeps passing laws that erase due process, legitimize false allegations, ignore parental alienation, expand restraining orders without evidence, and treat fathers as guilty even after they've proven their innocence. Worse still, if there could be a worse still, is Colorado's extensive record over the last 6 years of eliminating parental rights in favor of indoctrinating and transitioning children as young as 12 years old into the transgender ideology. It is more than just disturbing and sick. It is legalizing grooming, pedophilia, and child trafficking. Let's be clear. Parental alienation is child abuse. When a parent manipulates a child to hate or fear the other parent without cause, the abuse is emotional, psychological, and developmental, often lasting a lifetime. Yet the system refuses to call out this pervasive form of child abuse because it implicates more mothers than fathers. This isn't protection, this is state-sanctioned child abuse. If we care about child safety and well-being, we must protect children from being weaponized. Every time a child loses a parent through hate, lies, or bias, the system is complicit. The system isn't failing, it's doing what it was designed to do. It profits from conflict, not prevention. Judges have unchecked power without accountability. CPS operates without oversight or accountability. Lawyers and evaluators thrive on endless litigation without accountability. There's no money in keeping both parents involved, only in pitting them against one another and pushing one away. And if you dare file a complaint, the system turns on you. It retaliates with more charges, more lies, more accusations, each one meant to bury you, to erase you. Because the truth is this, the system survives by breaking you, silencing you, exploiting you. and trafficking your children through agencies and professionals who profit from your pain. Complaint systems don't protect families. They protect the state and those who abuse their power. They aren't designed to uncover wrongdoing, only to excuse it. Colorado spends over $1 billion a year on these systems and nothing on prevention. Taxpayers then pay $15 to $20 billion downstream for the homelessness, addiction, crime, incarceration, and other systems, all may work when fathers are pushed away. Protecting parental rights and requiring evidence would cut caseloads in half and save hundreds of millions of dollars upstream. Downstream, billions would be saved by having more children grow up with their fathers. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, and it is simple as that. This march is not anti-woman or anti-mother. It is pro-child, pro-family, and pro-equality. Truth must outweigh fiction. We must prioritize prevention over system involvement. And both parent-child relationships must be protected with equal vigor and scrutiny. Two parents are better than one, and the government is an awful parent. We call for a rebuttable presumption of equal parenting with 50-50 as a starting point. Evidence-based, gender-inclusive, and family-friendly domestic violence reforms. Clear and convincing evidence before CPS can remove a child. Criminal and civil penalties for knowingly making false allegations. Accountability for judges, CPS workers, gals, and whoever violates the law and parental rights. Prevention is simple. Protect parental rights and require evidence. For every dollar spent protecting parental rights and ensuring due process, Colorado will save $25 to $50 downstream. And when we stop pushing fathers away, we build stronger children, families, and communities. As Frederick Douglass said, it's easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. Let's stop breaking men and start building strong children. Let this be the moment Colorado's lawmakers hear us and choose to protect families instead of exploiting them. Let this be the day we put children over politics, truth over ideology. Thank you, and God bless.